I recently came across a question on Facebook where someone was asking which is the safest country to visit in Africa. Lots of people answered and said Rwanda. My answer was Rwanda as well. And then I thought to myself, why not make a video and share my own experience about visiting Rwanda?
You moved to Rwanda or you came to visit?
We moved, brother. We're here now.
Hello everyone and welcome to another video. My name is Nikki Verd and today I wanted to talk about Rwanda being one of the safest countries in Africa. I was in Rwanda in February of 2020, just before the world flipped on its head, if you know what I mean. And so I got to experience how safe Rwanda is in real time. I understand that traveling to Africa can seem daunting to some people that are outside the continent, especially people from the Western world, because the continent of Africa has been portrayed in a negative light by Western media. However, the Africa that I live in and the Africa the Western media portrays are entirely two different things. A lot of people from the Western world are literally shocked when they first visit Africa because they can't believe what their eyes are seeing, is real. They struggle to reconcile what they're experiencing in real time with what the Western media has fed them their entire lives. And before we get into the video, please take a quick moment to like this video. It helps my channel and helps other people discover the knowledge I am sharing. And if you are new, please take a quick moment and hit the subscribe button below as well. Ring the bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new content.
Living in Kigali for 4 years, definitely if I tell you to describe Kigali in 3 words, what are you going to say?
Kigali in 3 words, I would say it's definitely very peaceful. It's beautiful. And the third, I would say it's inspiring. It's a very inspiring place to be.
In 2017, the World Economic Forum ranked Rwanda as the 9th safest country in the world, ahead of Portugal, New Zealand, Austria, Sweden, Spain, and the Netherlands. The ranking took into account the crime rate, violence, terrorism, and how police responded in helping those who have been victimized. And in 2021, Rwanda was ranked number 6 among the top 10 safest countries for solo travelers in the world by usebounce.com. The ranking was mainly made of European countries, with one Asian country, Japan, and Rwanda as the only African country on the list. So, whether you are a single woman or a single man, a family woman, the security of the country in which you intend to travel to is very crucial and should be taken into consideration. And Rwanda is one of the safest countries to visit in Africa, which is immediately apparent upon arrival in the relaxed and sophisticated capital, Kigali. Whether you are looking for calm, nature or entertainment or innovation, Rwanda offers it all. Though there's a lot of security, as in police officers placed in certain strategic positions all across the city, this doesn't add tension, but rather the opposite. It gives you a sense of calm and protection. Because there are countries where you see a police officer, you immediately go into panic mode, even when you know fully well that you are innocent and you didn't commit any crime. Yet you can't help it but be terrified of police. But that's not the case in Rwanda. You see police here and there, but everyone is calm. And I can attest to this because I felt the peace and the serenity when I was visiting Rwanda. Of course, all travel comes with some risk, okay? But Africa is far safer than many people imagine. The continent is safer now compared to a few decades. But there are also countries that are much safer in Africa, and Rwanda is on the top list of safest places to visit in Africa. When I visited Rwanda, one of the nights, the Rwandan lady that was hosting us suggested that we take a walk It was around 10 p.m. and I looked at her like she was crazy. I was like, are you on a death wish or something? I'm not going for a walk at this time of the night. It's dangerous for two women to take a walk at night. I tried to convince her, but she looked at me and laughed and was like, no, not in Rwanda. Let's go, you enjoy it. And so after some hesitation, the adventure part of me was like, okay, let's go. And so we went for a walk. She was showing me places at night, pulling out her phone and taking pictures of me. And each time she took her phone out, my heart would skip a beat. And I was so afraid that someone would snatch it. I was scared. And one of the big surprises for me was to see the streets of Kigali busy with people at night. People just walking around, minding their own business. And another thing that I noticed with myself as we were walking was that every time I saw a group of guys coming towards us, maybe like 2 or 3 men, I would immediately want to cross over to the other side. And she would pull me back and reassure me that it was safe. And if a car was driving past, like kind of slowing down a bit, I felt like running. So the first few 10 minutes or 15 minutes of walking, it felt like it was the biggest day of my life. I was so jumpy, constantly scanning around, looking over my shoulder, and she was baffled at my reactions, and I was baffled at her calmness. It was a classic example of projecting, all right? A self-defense mechanism where even when there's no danger, you're constantly, alert that something bad might happen. And you might be wondering, but Nikki, why were you so afraid and so jumpy? Well, I live in South Africa, okay? South Africa has the 3rd highest crime rate in the world and the highest rape rate in the world. So hopefully you can understand my actions and why I was panicking. We don't do stuff like that here. 2 women just walking on the streets at 10 p.m. at night, just minding their own business? No, that's dangerous. Unless you are on a suicide mission or something. Even walking during the day is still not very safe, in South Africa. You should never let your guard down when you are in South Africa. So eventually I was able to just relax and put my guard down and enjoy the peace and safety in Rwanda, knowing that I wasn't in South Africa. And for the first time for over a decade, I felt so safe. Like I've never felt so safe in my life. Rwanda is so safe that you can feel it as you walk around. So no matter how guarded you are, you feel the safety, you feel the peace. And so Rwanda is one of the safest destinations to visit in Africa. And this is something that I got to experience in real time. And even the statistics shows that Rwanda provides a conducive atmosphere to solo travelers and people who walk alone at night. It's important to note that Kigali, the capital city of Rwanda, is also the cleanest city in Africa. Currently, all non-biodegradable plastics are banned in Rwanda, and the country has a monthly day of community cleaning services. Plastic is definitely a no in Rwanda. And I almost got into trouble when I was in Rwanda because I sort of smuggled plastic into Rwanda.
Can't believe you brought a plastic bag to Rwanda where it's banned. You should be arrested.
Recently, I was having a conversation with someone here in Johannesburg and mentioned Rwanda, and she was like, where is that? Is that a country? My eyes nearly popped out and my jaw almost dropped. I was like, really? Anyway, as bizarre as it may sound, there are people who have never heard of Rwanda, and there are people who only know Rwanda in regards to the 1994 genocide, nothing else. So many people are not aware of how Rwanda has recovered and has progressed and has completely changed its trajectory in the last 25 years or so. Rwanda's response to the genocide of 1994 was to pull the country together rather than further dividing it. Rwanda has emerged over the past decades as one of Africa's most innovative economies. Rwanda isn't only one of the safest countries in Africa, but also one of the most innovative countries in Africa. Rwanda's economic growth and innovation continues to soar. Rwanda aspires to become a leading ICT hub in Africa by establishing conducive, innovative ecosystems with different competitive startups. And so, the progress in Rwanda is really amazing. It gives you goosebumps, really. As soon as you step out of the airport, the feeling is out of this world. I love Rwanda. And I've actually done a video talking about innovation and things that are happening in Rwanda. I'll share the links to that video. And so I just want you to know that Rwanda is safe. Whether you're hanging around during the day or at night, it feels extremely safe. I didn't have to worry about my bag or my phone being snatched when I was there. I know that I felt safe and the environment is safe. Like I said, you can feel it. And even people around, they will make you feel comfortable with people smiling at you, kids waving at you.
It's the people, which is a reflection of the leadership. That's very important. The investment the leadership has in its constituents, the people, is reflected in the people. Going back to the welcoming, we didn't know it then, but we saw that the reflection is that investment the leadership has in them, and not just in them directly, but in understanding that there are those of us who are here from across the diaspora, and those that know that we have an experience where we come from, and there's an empathy that is put forth that he's wanting them to have for us, that allows for them to say, welcome home. So the root of all of that for me is love.
It's a really friendly, beautiful country. You can go, for example, you can go to Kigali, the capital, you will see people walking around. No big deal. You can take a walk at night, you can take a motorbike, which may not be the safest thing to do. I was terrified when I took a bike, but I totally enjoyed it. So I had so much fun. I mean, there's so much you can do in Rwanda, so many things you can do, and it is safe to go. I keep emphasizing that. Yes, Rwanda is definitely safe. But as with any country, crime is not completely eradicated, okay? So don't let your guard completely down. Be cautious, of course. Don't be careless, all right? The crime level is relatively low, but petty thefts still occur here and there. Crimes like pickpockets can still happen in crowded places if you're not very careful. Some people fall victim to crime as a result of their own carelessness, not necessarily because the country is full of criminals. So be careful. Be careful. Did I say something that resonated with you? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you visited Rwanda before? What was your experience? You can also share in the comments section. And remember to check out my best-selling book, Disrupt Yourself or Be Disrupted. It's available on Amazon and on my website as well. I'll share the links in the description below. And thank you for watching my video. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.